if you have the knowledge, that's the know-how.
Yeah.
That's what you need to lock in order, you know what I'm saying, to actually get the work done, to get where you want to get.
I create the vibe, set the tone. I create the vibe, set the tone.
It's Lexo, baby. Lexo, baby.
What it gave, y'all. It's your boy Ronnie J, and welcome back to the Seductive Vibez podcast. You know, the only place you can get these vibes. Y'all, today I'm super excited because I am talking to another choreographer, phenomenon, like an artist, he is so multi-talented. Let's get into it. I got my doodle caboodle. I hope you got shorts. Yes, cheers. But yes, help me welcome Tony Mincy, Hemmingw8y. What's up? How are you?
What's going on, baby?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. I'm staying low key, low profile, gearing back up for the summertime.
Yeah, popping out this summer?
Popping out for the summer.
What's it giving this summer?
It's giving.
Hot boy summer way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so that.
Oh, okay. So, so y'all there. So tell us a little about who you are. Because I know you from being a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. So it's like two different worlds. I call it like Hannah Montana. You got Tony and then you got Hemmingw8y. Tony, you know what I'm saying, is the choreographer, the event curator, the vibe curator, like the creative director, and then you got Hemmingw8y. Hemmingw8y is the artist, the DJ. Like everything music is on that side in regards to like myself. But yeah, it's just I'm starting to learn my world, and I've been trying to keep them like apart. That way people can more so understand this is what Tony does, this is what Hemmingw8y does. Yeah. These are two different people, so that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how do you balance that out?
I don't even know.
Just go with the
Not a clue. It's stressful.
Yeah.
It's very stressful to try to navigate through all of that, because like even with social media, I got 4 different pages. I got one that's literally just for events. I got one that's literally for my DJ stuff, one that's just for my music stuff, and then one that's just for my dance stuff. So it's like it's a lot to balance.
Yeah,
a whole lot to balance.
Okay, so I want to talk about it all, like Hemmingw8y, and I want to talk about your dancing side. Okay, so who is Tony? Where is he from?
Originally from Clarksville, Tennessee, raised in Birmingham, Alabama. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm from Clarksville, military brat, Fort Campbell. Both of my parents were military, and they retired military now. And I moved to Birmingham when I was 9. Well, I was going back and forth when I was 9, and then I like officially moved like in the middle of high school. I moved with my dad, and I was there until I turned 23, like 23, 24, and then I moved here. So I've been here since then.
No, so are you the only child?
For my parents, yes. I'm the only child. The rest of my siblings are like half siblings, step siblings.
Yeah. You close to your siblings?
My sister is the only one like that I'm actually like close to. Mm-hmm. Tony, that's my older sister.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Tony and Tony.
Right. Like she's the one that I'm the closest to, that I am in contact with like periodically. Like we talk off and on. Aside from that, I've always been kind of like chilling to myself. I've done everything to myself. Like even when I was back home in Tennessee, like I did everything in there. I did like my little shows in the house. I would dance in the house. Like I have my little karaoke machine. I'm putting together like little shows and stuff, like for my mom's people, because she had a shop, like a hair salon on the side of the house. So it was like the shop is like a little foyer, and then the house right there. So whenever she would have like people over, I would like put something together, and then by the time she finished doing her hair, like I asked them to come to the house and like watch me like perform on the steps downstairs.
Yeah.
So, but I will always be doing that by myself. Like that that was entertainment for me.
Yeah.
I really was. I went outside, but I loved being inside, like doing music.
Yeah. Okay. When did you realize that you were gay?
When I was like 12.
You were 12?
Yeah, I was like 12. Like when I kind of like put pieces together. And then like when I really got, I think like 14, 15 is when I really started trying to like figure out the whole dating thing and what I liked and things of that nature. I was quiet about it for a while, but it's like once it happened, it happened.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like one of those things I was trying to hide it for a long time. I didn't have to do that. Like once I had figured it out, it was kind of like one of those things where I was just like, okay, well, y'all like it, y'all like it, you love it, you love it, you don't, it's cool. Like I'm cool on that too. It just was a lot because I am a PK. So being that I am a PK, I'm a pastor's kid, that was a lot for like me being at church and people knowing about it. And you know, it was something that was kind of like frowned upon because my first like real boyfriend was like at my house and going to church with me, and people knew that we were dating, and it was just like one of those things where it was different. Like that was different, and he was older than me. Like so, it was different because people would kind of look at me like differently than what they did prior to knowing.
Yeah.
Prior to knowing, there were a lot of girls at church. I dated like 3 or 4 of the girls at church. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that was just like for shits and giggles. But once I actually started dating and it was a guy, it just was like,
The girl still was at the church.
yeah,
Period.
there was nothing they could do about it. At that point,
I got to it. No, okay, but so what made me ask that is because like being a part of the LGBTQ community and you also being like the only child, do you feel like I gotta learn how to do a lot of stuff on my own? Like down to mixing everything you do, like, cause I feel personally, I do a lot of stuff. So I'd be like, I don't know if it's like just something that I naturally do, or I feel like,
I feel like it's something that we love. I feel like that's something we love. I don't feel like it necessarily has anything to do with us being of the LGBTQ community. I just feel like that's something that we naturally gravitated to. That's something that it interests us. That was something that, like, you know what I'm saying, that got your gears going. I will say that it was a bit more difficult because the things that I wanted to do, the men that were in my life in regards to like people that my mom may have dated when my mom remarried and things of that nature, were not into that. They were men. You were alpha male.
Yeah.
So it was like we go cut grass, you gonna play sports, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. That being on the dance team and step team and all the other stuff it's not, we're not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I joined cross country. I started running track 4x4, and relay like in 100. I started doing that just to appease my stepdad, because all his sons, you know what I'm saying, they all play sports. They either play basketball, they ran track, they played football, they did this, they did that. I didn't do that. So I didn't feel like he liked me.
yeah,
So it was just like, once I started running track, I felt like that's when it was just like I accept you. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually can build a relationship with you. But I didn't want to do that. I just did it just to appease him. So I will say it's definitely difficult. Even with my real dad, like when he was alive, like he just wasn't, that dance thing, he didn't see it as a career. Mm-hmm. He didn't believe that was a career at all. It was you gonna be a dentist, or you can be a nurse, you can be a barber. I don't care. But being a dancer is not a real career. It had got to the point like where I would get home from like rehearsals or stuff like that, and he would sit me down at the table and he would like pull up facts and print them out about like nursing and how much nurses and dentists and like, you know what I'm saying, traveling nurses make, and how much you would make as a dancer or a choreographer, and would make me do the math in comparison to how much less I would make.
Oh, wow.
And how much less of that would be a career compared to me being a dentist or like something else.
Yeah.
And he always wanted me to have barbering as a trade, but it was just like, that wasn't my thing. Like, that was never my thing. I never wanted to do anything.
You thought barbers make more money?
Barbers, no, he wanted me to have that as like something tucked in the pocket.
Okay.
So that's like, if anything ever go wrong, somebody always gonna need a haircut.
Yeah, tight.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you'll always be able to have money in your pocket if you have like just one of those little tricks of the trade off to the side that you can just pull out whenever you need to pull it out.
Okay. How did that make you feel?
We argued a lot. Mm-hmm. We argued a lot. Me and my dad went back and forth a lot. My dad did not accept a lot of the stuff that I did. We butt heads like really bad, like really, really bad.
But they go back to, did that make you have to learn how to do it? If I'm going to dance, I'm going to have to learn how to do all this and just do what I need to do.
It wasn't the learning part, it was the support part.
Okay.
It wasn't the learning part. The learning part, I was going to do it regardless. The support part was like the part that kind of blew me because I did not have the support from parents. My mom was like the most supportive when it came to any of that. Like she's always been that way, even like now. Yeah. But like my dad, he just wasn't like, he wasn't seeing that. I would like bring him tickets for shows. They wouldn't show up. I would tell him about shows. He wouldn't show up. I think the only time he really was like, ooh, was when I did Wild Out Wednesday. Yeah. And we went to 106 in Park and I did Wild Out Wednesday. That was like the one time he just was like, oh, my son was on television. Oh, you're in the paper and da 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 da. But he never did that any other time. Like with anything else I had going on, that man, he didn't care. Before he passed, we did kind of reconcile. Okay. You know what I'm saying? In my adult years, we finally came to a space where he apologized, and we kind of talked through it. And he told me he was proud. Like that was like one thing he did say before he like actually passed. Which for me, that was like it took the weight, from years and years and years and years of just the back and forth and just me not feeling wanted or appreciated because again, I had a stepbrother. He played football. He wanted to do karate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to play basketball. So they were all in and they would pay for everything. Mm-hmm. When it came to me, I would have to kind of like have a job, get it myself, figure it out on my own because he was not finna give me the money for that. Yeah. Like it just wasn't happening. But they would throw the money to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Like my stepbrother was cool. So, but yeah, it's good now. We ended on a good note. Like
okay, so that's good.
Heavy on the site, everything is a vibe.
So with you doing all of the flyers and things like that, how did you get into that? Is that just something that naturally you know how to do?
Tricks of the trade. I learned that when I was young. That was when I was like 20. I just started wanting to do it because I was a club kid. Mm-hmm. I got in there early. I was in there before I was 20, like before I was 21. And I met people. I ended up getting in the gay family, like all of that. And I would go out and I just would be in love with like the DJ. I would be in love with the DJ and I would just like literally, I could sit by the DJ booth and just be like, how did he do that? Mm-hmm. And I would try to figure it out. And I went home one day, I downloaded the software and I remember my first day actually DJing. I laid out on the floor because I had no furniture in my room. Like at that point, that's when I moved out of my dad's house. I was in an apartment. I laid out on the floor with my computer and I sat there probably for like a good 6 or 7 hours. And I just was trying to figure it out. I was playing with it. I was like watching tutorials. Like I literally was trying to figure it out. And it happened the same way with the flyers too, because I've always been a person where I love a good flyer. Mm-hmm. I hate a tacky flyer. A tacky flyer is gonna like send me like through the roof. I'd be pissed.
Send it back.
No, dead ass. Like I'd be so pissed because I'm just like y'all just did not care.
Y'all be like care. You get one edit, another.
Yeah, like you didn't care. And the thing about it is, I be wanting even like the choreographers, the artists. Like I be wanting people like when people send us like our stuff, I be wanting you to care about like how y'all present us. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to put that out on social media. So people gonna look at it and that can make or break if a person gonna show up or not.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, a person can look at it and be like, child,
yeah,
absolutely. No, I'm not going to that. But you know what I'm saying? If they see it and it's fab, you know what I'm saying? Like it looks nice. The quality of it looks good. Then they're just like, okay, yeah, I like that. So it's just like, I had got to that point where I was tired of waiting on people. And it's always been, honestly, it's been that with everything. I be tired. I don't like waiting on nobody. If I can do it myself, I can figure it out on my own. I do it myself. I will do it like literally. We have to cut the corners because you just have to be you save money. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get good at it, like you save money, like you become more self-sufficient and you don't have to worry about falling out with nobody over business. you know what I'm saying, or falling out, you know what I'm saying, because it wasn't what you wanted to be, or arguing with nobody. If it weren't right, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Like,
so, like, Chad, it seemed like you've been through some stuff before.
Oh, yeah.
So,
plenty.
Again, that's what maybe because I was having dance classes and stuff. I remember making my flyer. At first, I started with reaching out to people, trying to get them. Then I started learning how to do it, fell out with people, just the whole nine. And then it's like, then I'm here doing it. So it's like, I get it, like figuring it out. So that's what made me ask. I know I met you and you was doing guy code. How was that? Where is that?
Guy code probably was the best experience that I've had in Atlanta. Guy code was like that was the epitome. You just had to be there. Like if you know, you know. If anybody like brings up guy code or they know about guy code, that literally was like an era that had went on for like, you know what I'm saying, like 2-3 years. But that was my introduction to Atlanta.
Like 2017?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was that was when I moved. Like that was my introduction to Atlanta. Like my official introduction. Because I was already traveling back and forth. But like that's how I broke into the dance community, was like with Guy Code, because I didn't feel like I fit in any of like the cliques and stuff that they had. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like I like made sense anywhere. So I'm just like, I just do it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I make my own tribe. You know what I'm saying? The people that I can pour into, and we love each other and things of that nature. But if I could do it all over again, I would.
Yeah.
If I could do it all over again, I definitely would. If I could even, because I talked to Rajiv. We have talked back and forth a couple of times about booting it back up, but it's just more so of timing.
Yeah.
It's more so timing, just because I wasn't doing as much then as I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So it's just like making the time to make it happen, making sure it's quality, like putting it back out, putting it back in front of people, back on screens and things of that nature. And then honestly, the generation of dancers now, I really don't see it happening.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I say that is because now everything is like real hot and ready. Everything's right now.
You would know what it's like. Little honey.
Yeah, it's very hot and ready. Like then, I feel like dancers really wanted it. Now it's just like very social media driven, very who's who. You got to know somebody in order for me to like really fuck with you like that, or like things of that nature. So I don't see it being as developed as it was then now, unless I brought some of the old people back. And then like a couple of faithful few that I know that are around me now. And it was like a set schedule. Like we know we were going to film from April to June. Like, and we filming everything April to June. It's on a set schedule. We know what's going on. I think I would have more people involved. But like God Code was a headache because everybody had different schedules.
Yeah. People
were getting booked for stuff. So they be out of town. We can't do stuff, or they was in a show, or they got a class and they got work. So we weren't able to get on a schedule. We had to kind of figure out when we could get everybody in one space just to film. So yeah, but God Code was that girl.
Yeah. So you do pull into a lot of people. When do you pull into yourself? Is Hemmingw8y a way for you to pull into yourself?
Hemmingw8y is my pour, and he's my big pour. Yeah, Hemmingw8y is my pour because I get to do what I want to do unapologetically, no rules, no regulations. Aside from, you know what I'm saying, like, because I do have management, so I have to follow the guidelines.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I enjoy music more. Dancing it's too fickle. I love it, but I've kind of fallen out of love with it. And I'm just more so concerned about just providing opportunities now. So I'm not pressed about choreographing. I'm not pressed about like having weekly classes. I'm not pressed about any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to provide the opportunity. So just the information, you know what I'm saying? Like with dancers that just need help and assistance, like with what do I wear to the proper things to wear to our audition? Like how do I build my resume correctly? Like what is a good headshot? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like how do I deal with typecasting? Like things of that nature. Like that's the stuff that I'm more so concerned with, because a lot of the teachers now are the newer generation teachers, and they don't even know these things. So the only thing they can teach you,
everything moving so fast.
yeah, everything. The only thing that they can teach you though is a step. Like only thing that they can teach you is a step. There's so much, and I tell people all the time, there's so much more like knowledge behind dancing than just the step. Like there's so much more than that, because if you do have that knowledge, prime example, when you go into an audition, you would understand that there's typecasting. So you would understand that even though you had the step, that does not mean you deserve the spot, because there is a type that they are looking for. And if you do not fit it, then they're not going, unless you just are the absolute monkey wrench in their situation, which I've seen happen on multiple occasions, it's just not going to happen. Yeah. But a lot of dancers will go home and beat themselves up and be like, I'm in class every week and I had the step and I'm not understanding why they didn't pick me. But you would understand if you knew they wanted 4 tall guys with body and you're short. You know what I'm saying? Or they want men and you look like a little boy. Or they want girls that are thicker and you're slim. Yeah. It had nothing to do with your ability.
So they need to make logical decisions, I guess.
They have to study. And a lot of dancers don't do that. Like they don't pay attention. If you know you going to a Neo audition, why did you not look at Neo's dancers prior to you going to the audition? So you know how to give it up. Like it's a common sense thing, but it's not a common sense thing because a lot of the OGs, they're not in that space anymore to where they even want to deal with it, because
why do you think that's
the new generation is, again, it's a hot and ready generation. It's like, I want to be booked right now. I want to be on stage right now. I want to be in the videos right now. It's not I want to study. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want the opportunities now, so they're going to go to the classes that they feel are popular. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like these are the people that are going to get me in the door. So I'm going to go take their class. But you're missing the fundamentals, and you're not even taking the fundamentals. And a lot of the OGs are teaching the fundamentals, and y'all don't even go take their class. And that's what you need. Like, that's like that's what you need. Yeah. So it's just, dance is, I still do the showcases. I theme the showcases now to make the choreographers have to work harder. It's bigger than just tell all your dancers to wear denim or tell all your dancers to wear black. Because if you are booked as a choreographer and they need help with creative direction and they need help with wardrobe, especially when it comes to these dancers for a festival, a tour, an award show, that's where you step in. You know what I'm saying? As the choreographer, like, that's where you step in, and that's another bag. If you do this the right way, that's another check, because that's another job.
Okay.
So I would rather you know how to do it the right way. So yes, I am going to theme it. Yes, you need to figure the theme out. And yes, you need to figure out costuming, because this is something that you have to do in the industry to keep your pockets the way you want to keep your pockets, to where it's an enjoyable experience. If you have the idea and you go to the dance, hey, I think the dancers should wear this. I saw the costume that you guys said that you were going to do. I don't know if you have a stylist already, but this is, you know what I'm saying, like the look that we're going for. If you want me to do it, I don't mind. We can talk about the fees on the back end, and I'll make sure everything happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have the opportunity if you just have to have a broader vision, because now you're getting artists like Dolce. You're getting artists like Doja. You get your Sabrina Carpenters. You get Lady Gaga back in the scene. Yes. You got like people that are bringing back themes to their shows.
Because at first I don't know what was going on.
Yeah. So, you got the girls that are bringing that back.
Of jobs within it. So as a dancer and a choreographer, being booked nowadays, like Atlanta is like a lot of music artists here, and you have being a choreographer and a dancer, you have to collab. So doing that, normally people DM you like, "Oh, I want you to dance for me," or something like that. Can you choreograph for me? But they want you to dance too, but they don't know the difference between them. It's 2 different jobs.
Teach them.
Okay, so
teach them.
How did you teach them?
I tell them that's 2 different things. Okay. Baby, them 2 different things, and I'll let them know. Like, are you contacting me? My first question when anybody I've never interacted with them before. My first question is, are you asking me to choreograph, or are you asking me to dance? Once they give me their answer, from there, if you're asking me to choreograph or you asking me to do both, if you ask me to do both, I'm gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, them 2 separate things. So I can choreograph it. This is my rate for that. For me to dance as well, this is my rate for that. Now, if you ask me to choreograph, are you asking me to choreograph and scout the dancers, or do you have dancers already?
So
because
it got break
every
down,
I
yeah.
break like I'm more thorough now than I was before, just because I felt like a lot of the indie artists don't intentionally do it. They're green because they don't know.
And it
You
creates
understand?
problems as y'all
Yeah.
start, as you get further in the project. So, and I be facing that, and I end up falling out with them. I'm like, damn.
You have to teach them, and it's kind of like it sucks because you just feel like y'all should know this already, but a lot of them, I'm being honest, I got a lot of them don't.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't, because when you start talking about all that, they be like, well, I don't know. Well, how much y'all supposed to get paid? They don't know. So it's kind of like you have to go through that and teach them, like, this is what's feasible, especially for you as an indie artist, because it normally be the indie artist.
Yeah.
Now these labels, these artists that are signed, they can be a little tricky too, but it's more so the indie artists. Like, teach them, like, you just got to let them know, hey, like, this is like the minimum that we'll take, and then it's gonna be different. Like, are we doing a music video, or are we doing
Performance,
like an actual show? Are we doing a festival, or are we doing a tour? How long is the actual set that you asking me to dance or choreograph for? Because you can either charge a rate based on how long it is. I know, like, some choreographers, they do it by, like, if the song's 3 minutes, that's a price. Like, that's a particular price. Or they do it a price per, like, per song. But it also depends on, is this, you taking this on tour, or is this just, we doing this on stage one time? Like, what is it giving? It can be tricky, but it's all about what you feel like, one, you deserve, two, the dancers that are under you deserve. Like, you can fight for them and you don't. That's the reason why I ain't booked nothing lately, because I'm not, for dancers, I'm not taking nothing under 200 anymore. And I already said I'm not taking anything under 200 for dancers. It just doesn't make sense, especially for you wanting 5-6 rehearsals, the unpaid rehearsals, because we were supposed to
get the rehearsal space, contact the dancer. Like, I
stopped them at the gate with that. That's one thing I stopped them at, and I'm teaching them that now. When they say they want to book and they say they want to go ahead and go through it, I let them know, you have to book your own space. I'm not booking no space for you. It's not coming out my fee. You wanted this. You want all these rehearsals. You're going to pay for the space. Like,
it only makes sense. So it's like,
like, that's not my job. I can refer you some spaces, but I'm not paying for no space. Like, this your rehearsal. This not my rehearsal. So I stop all that at the gate.
So when you first started, how was it? Have you ever worked for, like, free to fee until you started going through all of this? Free,
bartering, like, all types of stuff. But I know my first big gig in Atlanta was Big Boy from Outkast and Sleepy Brown. That was my first big gig. But that was, I was working on set as an intern under my mentor. I call her my mom, Princess. She was the first person to, like, scoop me as soon as I got here and showed me the ropes. Like, she was the one that started breaking everything down to me, because I was in company in that time, and I'm just like, I'm supposed to be at rehearsal, and they would be like, where you at? She's like, tell them you on a gig. I was like, okay, I'm on a gig. Like, she told me to say I'm on a gig, but she taught me so much, and and like from there she started putting me on stuff, and it was like, now it's starting to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she's like, now you get it. Like, now you understand. So now that you understand, let's go ahead and get your feet wet. Let's get you these gigs where I'm gonna put you with some indie artists that I work with. We're gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna work on these rates. I'm gonna teach you about your rates and how you're supposed to do this. So like, everybody started free. If anybody said they started off and it was like they was making big money just right out the gate, no, it did not happen. Everybody did something for free at some point.
But now these people nowadays, the dancers nowadays, they can't do it for free. Like you said, it's hot and ready. They want the money. They want the
because they see what they see on social media, and I hate social media for what it has become now, especially for the dance community, because they see it and it's like, they see that people are talking about SAG rates and things of that nature. But the thing about it is, I tell people, and I've asked this question before, do you feel like what you bring to the table is worth a SAG rate? I just want you, I want, if you put your resume on the table right now, and you put your training on the table right now, and your ability, like your natural ability right now on the table, do you feel like you deserve a SAG rate? Like, you gotta be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go around and you be like, well, they have made a post and they said SAG is supposed to get paid $800 and it's supposed to be at least $500 per rehearsal and we supposed to get per diem, but you don't go to class, you can't retain choreography, you don't have a resume. Like, that alone in itself made me be like, come on now, y'all. Like, you can't demand something that you're not ready for yet. You can't, like,
follow the line.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It probably is what's going on. Like, it's a lot of demanding.
Heavy on the site, everything is a vibe.
When it comes to dancing, you gonna probably fall out of love with it 20 more times. Mm-hmm. Like, this not gonna be the last time you fall out of love and pick it back up and then fall out of love and then pick it back up. It's gonna happen so many times because at that point you're uninspired. There's nobody pouring into you for real. You don't know like what's next, the when, what, where's. So it's like one of those things where it's draining. It's just like, okay, what am I doing this for? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What's the existence? Like, what am I trying to do? What's the goal? Like, who do I turn to? Who's going to pour into me? Let me know what I need to do, where I need to go, how I need to go about it.
I don't want to be a struggling artist. So I'd be like, should I just start this brand? So I feel like it's probably a lot of dancers too that's facing that. So
it's plenty of them. It's so many more, and it's a lot of even the ones that are booking dancers. Like there's dancers that are coming home that they don't know the when, what, where when they get back home. You know what I'm saying? You got some that do, you got some that don't, and it's just like they get back home and it's still a fight. Like it's until like you're well off, like it's always going to be some kind of fight somewhere, and unfortunately. The starving artist, you know what I'm saying, the one that's like fighting, you know what I'm saying, by the skin of their teeth, it's going to be a lot of people's stories until it actually finally clicks. Like when it finally clicks, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like my nephew, I call him Neff, Jay Kelly. He had been here dancing with me for like, 3-4 years and hadn't been booking no gigs like that for real. And then I told him, when the Super Bowl situation came up, we laughed about it. We've had this conversation so many times. I told him, he was just like, I know you got the show coming up. I really want to be in the show, but I don't know if I got the Super Bowl. And I said, you got it already. He was like, I don't know yet because they didn't say nothing to me yet. I said, I'm telling you, you got it. I was like, so you're not doing the show. I'm telling you can't do the show because you're not going to be here. And he was just like, okay, I'll take it. He's like, I'm going to take it on. I was like, you're not going to be here. Lo and behold, after like literally the week before, he was just like, they called me. I got to get all my stuff together. I'll leave in 2 weeks. He did a Super Bowl. He came right back, went straight to the Glorilla auditions. And I ended up finding out he was at the auditions from somebody else. So I called him. I was like, so when you leaving? And he just busted out laughing. And he was just, how you know I was at the audition? I said, you be worried about the wrong thing. I said, I got ears everywhere. I said, so when you leaving? Yeah. And he was like, I don't know if I got it or not yet. I was like, you got it. I said, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. I said, you not going to be here. And I told him even prior to Super Bowl, I said, next year, I'm going to have to find another dancer because you're not going to be here. I said, you're going to be out of here next year. I told him that. We went to lunch and I told him. And he was just, why you say that? So I'm just telling you. I said, I know. You're going to be out of here. He got back. He booked Glow. And she keeping him like, so now he's getting ready for Coachella. You know what I'm saying? He's on the tour. He getting ready for Coachella. Like this happened in like 2 months. Yeah. It was the struggle before that. It was the, how am I going to pay my rent? I'm doing side jobs, trying to figure this out, trying to do that, trying to figure that out. I don't know what I'm going to do next. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need something to happen. Like, I really need something to break. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen, and it's probably going to happen at the very last minute. It's probably going to be your last dime. It's probably going to be when your lights got cut off and you just sitting in the house looking crazy. Like, when it finally does click, that's why I say you're going to fall out of love with it. And you're going to feel like you're struggling, and you're not going to want to do it anymore because you're going to feel like it's not paying off for you. And you just kind of got to find a reason. You got to find a why again. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to take weeks off, months off, years off until you find your why again. Yeah. When you find your why again, that's when that fuel kind of sparks. Or you might have to go to an event and just be amongst it again to be like, ooh, like this feels good. Yeah. Like it got my, you know what I'm saying? They got my gears going again.
That's what I said. The girls is getting back inspired. They doing creative videos and sets and shit, you know? So it's like, okay, period. This is what we here for.
Yeah.
Heavy on the site, everything is a vibe.
So we are back. And shit, we were talking like You done spill some gems. I said spill some gems. You dropped some gems. And yes, I'm grateful. Oh, you need a refill. I was about to say, let's do a cheers. I'm grateful that you are here. But yeah, so let's play a quick little game.
Okay.
Let's wake it up.
Love a game.
Cheers. So, this is going to be Smash, Marry, Kill.
Oh, God.
Let's wake it up a little bit.
Oh, God.
Okay, so the first one. Victoria Monet, Kalani, and Coco Jones.
Smash, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
You said Victoria Monet, Kalani, Coco Jones. Smash Kalani. I would marry Victoria Monet. I would have to kill Coco Jones. Unfortunately, that's the only option I had.
Yeah, that's the only option.
Love her down, but
okay. The infamous Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki.
Oh God, please. I would have to smash Nicki. I would have to marry Beyonce. I would have to kill Rihanna. Again, I just hate to have to kill these people. I just gotta kill the people. She's gotta go.
Next one, since we've been talking about choreographers.
Oh God.
Lorian Gibson.
Okay.
Abby Lee.
Okay, these are girls. Okay.
And Coach D.
The girls. These are the girls.
These are the girls.
Okay. I know what was gonna come out your mouth. I was just like, I gotta be prepared. It was Lorian, Abby, and who?
Coach D.
Child, I would just smash and marry Lorianne. The other two can go.
Okay. Oh dear.
Because I ain't even know for both of them. Like, I just know.
Okay. It's the choreographers, the boys.
Oh God.
Sean Bankhead.
Oh God.
Jeremy Green.
Oh God.
I'm Frank Gaston.
I would have to smash. Oh God. Jeremy. I would marry Sean. And I would have to kill Frank. I'm sorry. Love Papa Frank, but he got to go.
And then my last one.
Oh.
Frank Ocean, Lil Nas X, and Saucy Santana.
Okay. I would definitely smash Nas. I would definitely marry Frank Ocean. I would have to kill Saucy.
Okay.
That's my girl, but
okay. So that was Smash, Marry, Kill. So now let's get into some seductive vibes questions because this is seductive vibes.
Okay.
So let's talk about your dating life. How has dating been? Are you dating, single? What is it giving?
I don't know what I am. No, I'm chilling. I'm on this whole self thing right now. I'm trying to figure myself out. And honestly, I'm working on loving myself. That way I actually can have something to give somebody else. Because if I'm pouring from an empty cup, it doesn't really work out.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I've realized my flaws. I know my red flags. I know the things that I need to work on. So that's what I'm working on now. So I've kind of stepped away. Love the idea of love. I love the idea of it. Like, I swear to God. But yeah, I'm just kind of focusing on myself right now.
Okay. But your Hot Boy Summer's coming up.
It is.
So you going to be ready?
Focused on myself.
Okay,
but I'm gonna be outside, you know.
doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be on the road this summer too. So
Yes, period. Okay. So labels, being judged and prejudged and things like that. How do you deal with that? Are you like top, bottom, birds? It's like labels already within that.
oh, you talking about those labels?
Those labels, and then already
That escalated quickly.
Yes, those like the they, them. So you are he, him.
I'm a
Those
he.
labels, okay.
Yeah, I'm a he, him.
But
for
now
sure.
we're over here talking about even more labels.
Yeah, I'm a he, him for sure. But when it comes to like the whole the top, bottom, all that other stuff, I really don't. I'm not really. I used to be worried about that when I was younger. I'm older now, and with me being like completely versed, I don't care about none of that.
So
like,
you open to date and just
you can be filmed, you can be masculine, you can be trans. Like I'm an open book. Like when it comes to dating. Like I think I had to get off Twitter just because of toxic conversations like that. Because it would be the whole I'm not dating no top this feminine and da 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 and all this other stuff. And why you know what I'm saying? Like why you so big and masculine, but you're a bottom. And I'm just like, it doesn't matter. I feel like people should be able to. They shouldn't have to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Like if I grew up and I was masculine, I've been masculine, nothing changed. Like this was me and I'm a bottom. So what?
Yeah.
If I was softer, you know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up in an aggressive environment, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case might be. I lived a soft life as a child.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I'm a top, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to lie and say I wasn't hung up on that. But like now that I'm older and I've experienced so much more, you cut yourself off from some amazing experiences with people by trying to box stuff in. Like you just kind of got to go with the flow.
So since you have opened up, what's one of your best experiences you have experienced?
I think it was like one of my most recent experiences. And I separated from that situation. I only did it again because I'm doing the self-work right now. And I made it known I'm doing the self-work right now. And I want to be in a better space in order to give you what you need because you're a phenomenal person. And you know what I'm saying? Like you're a good person. That was the most I felt like love kind of like thrown at me, like catapulted at me. Like it was just like, boom, I'm gonna love you. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna love me too. And I'm just like, okay, this is a lot. This is a lot on me. But it was, like I said, it has been, you know what I'm saying, a great, you know what I'm saying? It's been a pretty cool experience. But like right now I'm just figuring things out. And I'm still exploring too. I'm exploring so much, like from that aspect, from like what I like in regards to like just physically, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm learning so much about myself right now. Like I'm in that discovery phase, like with everything. So,
So when did you get out your last relationship?
Last relationship.
Yeah.
It was last year, like before the summer of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you rather date old or young?
I'm an older
Older type of guy?
Just because they're a bit more settled. You know what I'm saying? Like they're a bit more settled.
Yeah.
And I feel like with me being on the go all the time, I need somebody that's settled. Somebody that's like chill. Now I don't mind, you know what I'm saying, to being on the flip side, but yeah, like in my bracket, close to my bracket, like a 29 and up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 29 and up.
Okay.
I can do that.
So, have you ever dated a girl? Oh yeah, you did say you dated.
Yeah.
So how was that experience? When was the last time?
I was a child.
You was a child.
That was like no time recent. at all.
Yeah.
I've been open. I have, and I had a conversation with a friend of mine. I've been open to it.
Girls hit on you?
They do.
Yeah.
A lot. And
What you be getting? What you?
I just, you know what I'm saying?
Keep pushing.
I ain't never been like disrespectful, and I don't even have to like when they do it. I don't like turn on the gay like how some people do. I don't turn the gay on like for them to be like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm just my mama raised me right. Like I be handling females like with respect. Like even at work, some of the guys that come into my job because I work at the banner, I'm a cashier. So when
bitch, I got them wings.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but when they come up there, I handle them. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you doing, beautiful? What's going on, love? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Is that on your order, boo? Like da 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 da. This, that, and the third. Like when they come in, they be like, "Oh, you smell good." I'm be like, "You look great." Da 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 da. This, that, and the third. Like, I still. It's not like I put it on a facade. That's just how I approach. I handle females that way.
Yeah.
It's not given, and that's what I be trying to get people to understand. There's different kind of gays. Every gay person not the same. So you're not gonna get the same kind of energy from every gay person. They be expecting all us to be the same.
Yes.
Like across the board. I'm just like, that's not me. I'm not just gonna be like, oh girl, like I'm not doing all that when y'all come in. This is my job. I'm not doing all that.
Yeah.
Even when the gay boys come in there, it's my job. I don't give them anything less than what I give anybody else. I treat everybody the same across the board. When the trans girls come in my job, I treat them the same way I treat the females.
Yeah.
What's going on, beautiful? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? How can I help you, love? Like, I treat them the same way. I don't treat them no different. I don't look at them no different. My tone don't change. Like, I treat them all the same. But, like, a lot of girls and their boyfriends get intimidated because I do say babe. I do say boo. I do say love. I do say beautiful. And they boyfriends will look up and they looking at me. And again, I'm not going to change my approach for you to make you feel comfortable in your masculinity because I don't even want her.
Yeah. That is funny. What?
Like I don't want nothing with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have been open. Like a couple of my homegirls that's dancers. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you don't ever think about like dating a girl, and I'm just like, yes and no. It's crossed my mind. I've never crossed the threshold to be like, let's go ahead and try it. But like I make little jokes online, and I just be like, all right, y'all. When I pop out with a girlfriend, I don't want nobody to say nothing. I need everybody to relax on me, like. Cause there's a beautiful. I love females. Like they're beautiful. Like you can't say that they're not pretty. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that they're not attractive. Like they are. Like the epitome of like what a woman is. Like it's beautiful to me. I'm gonna call you. You fine as fuck. Like I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? If you're beautiful, I'm gonna tell you that. Like I'm never gonna discount you that because I don't want you to feel like I'm hitting on you or anything like that. Because if I ever date a girl again, she got to be like a Tiana Taylor.
Type shit.
Yeah, because Tiana, she a little butchy. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need a little like behind, like if I ever did it again.
Yeah. So do you want kids? You do. With a girl, surrogate, adopt?
I said it didn't matter.
It don't matter.
I said it could be a girl. I said it could be a surrogate. The only reason why I don't want to adopt is because I want it to be more so me. I want it to be a piece of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want it to be my bloodline. Even though like adopting, I love them the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't treat them no different. If I adopted, they would have to be like a baby. I wouldn't be able to adopt them at like 3, 4, 5. I want to adopt them. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like they terrible to get me. Like, well, they terrible too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they 3s? Like something like that. Like, while they're young, and we can take this experience together. It's not like I gotta teach you like everything, reteach you all over again because you 10. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't experience life a little bit. So now I gotta kind of like walk through this again with you. I'd rather have my child like early that way. This experience, it's not like we don't have to go through all that. I'll tell you about that later on down the line, or we never have to cross that bridge ever because again, you're my child. You have my last name. You know what I'm saying? So if I get you while you're young, we don't have to go through the using the system and all that. I personally don't want to take my child through that.
Yeah. Like you said, either way, that's why I said I have kids too. So, but
how many do you want?
I don't even know. But I think 2 probably. 2's cute. But so you're a gentleman, as you were saying, like you approach everybody the same, and you do have a gentleman mentality. So love languages, what inspired you?
I just was in. So a lot of the stuff a lot of the music that's about to come out is very. It's still very. It's like Loverboy, because you know what I'm saying. A lot of stuff I was putting out was very toxic. But like now I'm kind of moving into that era, like where I'm in a space of greeting like love and like what I want. Love languages was about me wanting to express that I want to be with somebody and I would like to love them correctly. But in order for me to do that, I need to know your love languages. I need to know what makes you tick, like what makes you happy. So like, what is it that I need to do to make you, you know what I'm saying, like get that I actually would like to be here? Because a lot of times I'm not good with communication. Communication is one of my weak points. And me knowing that, I know creatively, I like to speak through music. That's like my strong suit. I can speak through music.
So you'll write a song to your name?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sing it.
I do it real fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I do that real fast just because I want you to understand, like, even if you ever forget, or you might not be feeling like what you felt for me before, or you might be confused because I might be busy and my brain just isn't there. You know what I'm saying? I might be on the road and I'm not here, and you just don't feel what you felt when I was here. You can always turn that on.
Yeah.
And you can always put it on repeat. And you can always listen to those words and understand exactly how I feel. Yeah. Like at all times. So
I love it. So you are like you the type to like set the house up with rose petals and stuff, like come home.
Recently, we just now getting there.
We just now getting there?
Because I tried it one time, that shit backfired in my face. I said I'd never do it again.
How did that backfire?
It just, the whole,
He didn't like it?
He did, but it was just like, it was a very toxic situation. Yeah. So it was almost like me fending and fighting for, you know what I'm saying, like my appreciation.
Yeah, type of.
So yeah, like I've gotten into the point now, like where now I want to do, like I want to do stuff like that. I want to learn all the favorite snacks. I want to learn, you know what I'm saying, the favorite movies. Like
the next one's gonna be lucky.
Oh yeah, the next one once we get this together. Yeah.
Period. Your whole scene on all of that, where did that come in at?
Hemmingw8y derived from Ernest Hemingway, the writer. My favorite book is The Have and Have Nots. I've always liked his penmanship as a writer, as a kid, reading the books, like when I was in school. And I pride myself on my penmanship, so that's where Hemingway came from. 8 is my manifestation number. That means new beginnings. So I've always had that 8 in my name just to remind me of what I'm trying to achieve. Yeah. This new sound and the project, it's very, and I told people, like, if you like the Leon Thomases and the Lucky Days, you know what I'm saying, the Blacks, the Cali, like all of them, like if you like any of those artists, like the new sound, I feel like fits the Bryson Tillers. It fits kind of like in there. So if that's like your zhuzh, then I know like a lot of the newer stuff, a lot of people are really, really going to enjoy. Yeah. Like they're really going to enjoy the new stuff.
Okay. So when is it dropping?
So we're going to drop like 2 more singles. We're going to try to drop 2. But the rollout is given, it might just give 1. But the project drops August the 8th.
Okay.
So
Period.
That's going to be a big day. So I'm telling everybody now, just go ahead and take off work, put $40 to the side. That way when the tickets drop, everybody can buy their tickets so they can be at the show. Because that's going to be a very big show. Yeah. Very, very big show.
Okay. And that's Leo season.
Yes.
What's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Oh. I said it because my boyfriend's a Leo. So period. Yes. So when's your birthday?
July 24th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like right there.
Right on the cusp.
So any other projects dropping? What you got coming up? Anything?
Right now we just trying to push this video out for Love Languages. Trying to get the music video and stuff, get that out. get this rollout together for the next single because we kind of got an idea of what we picking. The coronation, we have that show that I was telling you about at Vinyl, April the 18th. Please go get tickets. Link is in my bio. But yeah, we definitely got that coming up. And then after that, I'm really just chilling outside of now dance wise, King of the Hill is May the 31st. That is the male version of Dancing Queens. We did Dancing Queens like 2 months ago, and it was like all the female artists that were artists. Yeah. So like the ones that perform. Yeah. And all the choreographers pick the artists. With King of the Hill, it's all the male artists that are like the dancers and entertainers, like old and new, from your Michael Jacksons and your, you know what I'm saying, your Princes to your Chris Browns, your Justin Timberlakes, your Ushers. Like that show is gonna be a fire show. That's then, and then July I do Hemmingw8y Fest every year, but this year I'm doing a weekend. Yeah, I'm doing a weekend this time, so it'll go from Thursday to Sunday. The dance showcase will be that Sunday, because we just did Hood Bitches Only. Hood Bitches Only. We did part 1. It was at the Marquette. The show was fire, so we're gonna do part 2 in July.
Not the Hood Bitches at Marquette. Period.
That when I tell you that show, the show was so ghetto, and it was like. But that's what it was supposed to be. Yeah. So it was perfect. But we're doing part 2 in July. The Closet Case Festival is July the 25th. And that is actually an LGBT music festival that I'm putting together. I'm gearing up for that to be like our Rolling Loud. Like I want that to be like our Coachella, our Rolling Loud. Yeah. Because there's so many dope LGBT artists that don't get the recognition, they don't get the platforms, and they don't get the opportunities. And I feel like, why not just create it and build off of it and make it larger than life? You know what I'm saying? When you first start off, of course, it's not going to be as big, but it's going to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the more that we grow it and the more that we pour into it, it's definitely going to be a bigger thing. But the real deal is August the 8th. Like my focus right now is getting this project out to everybody and getting this show like to everybody. Because after we finish the show on April the 18th, I'm gonna be in rehearsal from May to August, getting ready for that show. Yeah. So yeah, it's
like you be working. What's one thing you want to leave with the world?
Knowledge. I want knowledge and opportunities. Like I want people to feel like it is never impossible. I don't want people to ever feel like anything is impossible to achieve, because the people that we see that achieved it, they were at ground level at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like they had to do some work to get to where they are. So I don't want people to ever feel like I can't do it because it's hard or I don't have the know-how, which is why I say the knowledge and the opportunity. Because if you have the knowledge, that's the know-how. Yeah. That's what you need to lock in order, you know what I'm saying, to actually get the work done to get where you want to get. So like, yeah, knowledge and opportunity is the one thing that I want to leave.
We love people like you because like it don't be people that would be willing to come down and sit and talk.
Because people are selfish.
They're selfish. And then like you were saying, like, I don't know why the older choreographers, like even not just choreographers, whatever industry people are in, it's like they not helping the youngers.
The only reason, I'll say this, the only reason why they don't do this, and I do not bash OGs. So when I said that, like just to kind of be clear, when it comes to OGs, the reason why they don't is because it's not appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Because there's plenty of OGs that have tried to put summits together. They've tried to put tour nights together. They try to put Q&As and panel and discussions together, and dancers do not show up. There's OGs that come in town that you should know about. You know what I'm saying? And these choreographers that are coming in town that are big name choreographers, but these people don't come to their class because they don't know who they are, because they're so focused on the now, not understanding that these
looked up to them.
Like these are the ones that you really should be in a class.
That's
like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like these are the ones that you really should be taking. So it's more so of it's a misunderstanding. It's a disconnect, and there just isn't an appreciation like it used to be. Like dancers used to study. They don't do that now. Choreographers used to study. They don't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Because again, everything is so hot and ready. But I tell people all the time, do you want a hot and ready pizza or do you want a home cooked meal? What's gonna last you longer?
Get into it.
You know what I'm saying?
And I like a roast, so we need to be 11 and tender, honey.
Slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like slow.
Okay, so period. No, but I do like, just thank you for even doing this. Like,
Absolutely.
thank you so much. But yes, this was the podcast. Like, we need to do another toast before we head out.
Absolutely.
But where can the people find you at?
Everything is Hemmingw8y, Hemmingw8y, or for the dance side of everything, Him Tony. That's HIIMTOLY_.
Period. And make sure y'all get y'all tickets to all the events, honey. And I'm gonna make sure to drop the flyers and all that. So yeah, and I am the Ronnie J. Head over to the Ronnie J on every single thing if you need me, and head over to seductivevibez.com for anything seductive vibes. Other than that, see y'all next time.
Period.
Heavy on the site, everything is a vibe.
Yes. Thank you again.
Absolutely, baby.
Hey y'all, it's your boy Ronnie J. If you like that video, be sure to press that like button, that bell, that everything you need to do to stay updated with seductive vibes. The only place you can catch these vibes. Hey y'all, it's your boy Ronnie J from Seductive Vibes. You know, the brand everything seductive, sexy, performing. For anything Seductive Vibes, head over to seductivevibez.com, including sponsorships, choreography, dance classes, performance, merchandise, and you know, everything in between. I look forward to exchanging vibes with you, Blue Kitty. See you soon.